Hello people, I've invested in a new magazine for my Wolverine. This is a new 13 shot magazine. This is 177. This is made by Element Objects. It's 3D printed, it's self-indexing, spring loaded air. You have to turn this all the way around, and once you drop in your first pellet, it holds in place, and then you just go ahead and whack in your 13 pellets. It's quite easy once you get used to it. It's kind of strange actually using 13 shots because you get so used to using 10. But this is mainly for when I'm after my rats. I'll get an extra 3 shots, but no doubts I'll buy a couple of more of these. So that's it, all loaded up. Just flip it down and you're away to go. When you get these, there's no magnet, there's no pin in it. It comes in a little bag that you have to put in separate, because obviously a lot of the Daystates are all different. So you know, you can have a magnet this side, there's 2 pinholes there, 2 pinholes there. So that pin you can put in either of these holes, depending which gun you got. So once you close it, push them in, he holds in place with a little magnet. Job done. I say it's self-indexing. As soon as you let one off, the other one will flip round and get ready for the next one. What I do like about this, compared to the original Daystate one, is when you get to the last shot, or you've let off your last shot, it won't allow you to push the bolt further forward, so you know it's actually empty. Because no doubts, when you got a new 13 shot magazine, you're going to probably keep losing count, because it's weird. You get so used to using 10, and when you've got an extra 3, it sort of throws you a bit. So I'm going to measure this for you, and I hope you can see it on the camera. So this one here measures about 34, I'm guessing 3471 would be 35mm, compared to the Daystate one, the original Daystate one, which is 32, I'm guessing 33. So there's like 2mm difference. The only problem you get with that is your scope. Where your turrets and things are in your scope, it's often over where you slide your magazine in, so you've got 2mm difference. So as long as that'll slide under your scope, you know, you can see there's absolutely minimal difference there really. But if you've got a magazine that's quite tight in there, that is probably not going to fit, so I will check that. Just make sure that when you put your original Daystate in, you got a little bit of a room to put this in. Well, these are quite a bargain really. The original Daystate ones are around about 70 quid. They vary sort of between 65, 70 quid, obviously depending where you get them from. This one is 35 quid, so you can pretty much get 2 of these for the price of one of them. That's not a lot really I can say on it really. What I did notice is, with my original Daystate magazine, there's certain pellets I could load in there, but they wouldn't cycle very well. Like the JSB Express, the 7.87s, they tend not to cycle very well. Some of the other pellets like the Acupels, with them being short, they just didn't cycle. They do cycle perfectly in this. However, the only one I couldn't actually find to cycle on here was the Polymags. And I think that's because they have a pointed red tip, and I think it literally catches on here, so it doesn't allow it to rotate. Bit of a bummer, but you know, I take it you can't have everything. So I'll put it in the gun and actually show you how it closes. So I'll take the pellets out again, which is quite easy. Flip it upside down. Just give that a quick turn and the pellet drop through. As you can see, it rotates round, so every time you drop a pellet it flips round. So great little invention. Apparently the guy who makes these used to work for Daystate, so I can see him having a good little business doing these. I will put a link in the description to where you can get these from. I have scoured the internet for other videos on these and nobody seems to do them, so this could be a first. So here we are, gun in hand. I'll just grab a magazine. If you put in the Daystate one, obviously when it gets round to the end you can still push the bolt forward, so even if you run out of pellets and things, you can still push a bolt forward. It doesn't actually load a pellet, but you know it's empty. But this one fits in the same, but if you can see here, look, it will not allow the bolt to go forward when it gets to the end. So that's how you definitely know you got no pellets. What I think you will need with this, obviously because the magazine sticks up here, I'm trying to do this, I've got the camera actually upside down here. Obviously your scope will fit across there, and with your turrets, your adjustment for your turrets, obviously it's thicker, so you've got like the square block, and what you don't want is it too close to that. I've always used 30mm mounts and I've never ever had a problem with loading this, and there's a good few mil between here and the bottom of the scope. Like I said, this one does sit in here a little bit.
The Disappeared is the 2018 mystery novel by C.J. Box.
And then the Alexa goes off. How bizarre. Alexa, off. Bloody thing. Obviously there's only a couple of mil difference, but I don't think if you got 30mm mounts, I really don't think you'd have a problem fitting these in. What I did notice with this, and I will point it out, that you can actually double load a pellet, as I found out. Just trying different things just to see how everything works. And because it doesn't work on a pin, the original Daystate one works on a pin, so let me just wind this around a bit. So on the Daystate one, every time you let off a shot, a little pin comes up, whacks this little thing and rotates to the next one. This one, however, doesn't, because it's self-indexing, but it does work different. There's no actual pin for the pin to hit up for it to rotate. It's just done under mechanically, I suppose. So I don't know whether you can see down there. Probably not. I'm trying to do this so you can see the hole. But every time you let a shot off, pull the bolt back, it'll flip round to the next one. So if you put a pellet in and you push the pellet through the breech and you pull the bolt back, it will rotate another one. So what I did it a couple of times, and the second time I actually took the magazine out, fired the pellet off and started again. So you can actually double load, triple load or whatever, but you know, chances are really you're not going to keep pulling the bolt back, because technically you've got no reason to once you've got the pellet in there. But I will point that out, that you can actually double load. But for 35 quid, I'm not complaining. Well, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope that's interest to anybody who uses Daystate. It also does do brocock as well, which I forgot to mention. I've yet to get out on the rabbits. It's either been raining or too damn hot. But thank you again for watching. Catch up with you soon.